In the midst of fear, confusion, a sense of betrayal and pain, things can be turned around backwards. One of the most common mistakes that we victims of abuse make is to walk through life carrying a burden that doesn't belong to us. Your abuse is not your sin to answer to the Lord for. It's the abuser that carries the sin burden that must be answered for. They have put you through enough. Don't let them continue to use you to carry their millstones. You'll find that on page 124. Hey there, Faith family. Dr. Robinson here. I have been so moved by a letter I received on my latest book, I'm Just a Man and Other Excuses for Avoiding God, that I'm making this video appeal to any soul out there who has suffered from any form of abuse, verbal, emotional, mental, physical, sexual, and yes, even spiritual, meaning that seemingly mature Christians that's been in the church for umpty years, they manipulate you using the name of God to do or submit things that they want you to do, but that in reality, God did not call you to do. I'm going to go a little bit further in the book because I want to know, can I get a witness that anybody out there doesn't have to be ancient or anointed? Let me go to page 132. Here you go. Can I get a witness that you don't have to be ancient to be anointed? God does not measure us by the length of our years, but by the measure of our faith. There's a lot of folks out there that are older than prehistoric dirt who swear that God don't make a move without checking their schedule first. Okay. Here's a new phrase that I have for you boys and girls. Can you say, dusty old heathen? Very good. Yeah, you know that's them Jenkins I'm talking about. Look, were you ever forced to live in a house of lies? You had to walk around like everything was fine, but you knew that it wasn't. The saying in my day was, whatever happens in this house, come on with me, say it with me, stays in this house. So those who are the foundation of the house, meaning those in control of the house, lie about the condition of the house and threaten violence or punishment to those who act otherwise. You see, not only was your abuse not your fault, but your abuse wasn't even about hurting you, beloved. It was about destroying the purpose that God put inside of you. You see, if I envy your purpose, if I don't want God's plan for your life to be better than the life that I've settled for, me and my behavior, we have settled for it, then I'm going to cripple you. I will cripple you in any way that I can to get you to be what I say that you will be, rather than what God created you to be. My goal is to make you no longer a threat to my ideal of who I am, and Satan's goal is to make you no longer a threat to his kingdom. So our goal, Satan and our goal is to get you lost in a barren place of depression, anger, mental illness, self-medicating with drugs and or alcohol, or even becoming a replica of your abuser and repeating that behavior against others. Near the end of this section, it is so easy to do this exercise that I placed in there for you. It's so easy that you are not even going to believe that it works until it works. And at the end of this chapter, there is a small but necessary prayer for you and I to agree on and start you on your way. I would like to pull up and read to you the letter that moved me to make this appeal. Say, 32 years after my abuse as a child, I'm finally free of the weight of it. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. I was too ashamed to seek counseling, and your book allowed me to go from blaming God and myself. How many of you, sidebar, how many of you out there are blaming God for the free will decision of another person and whatever entity had infested that person that wasn't of God? How many of you out there are thinking that the abuse that happened to you is your fault? You are still making excuses for the abuser and putting the blame on yourself. Okay, let me go back to the letter. Your book allowed me to go from blaming God and myself to truly discovering God and loving myself. I recommend this book to anyone stuck in pain. Victoria, I won't say your last name, but because that's, you've got some personal stuff in your letter, but I thank God for his plan, because it was his plan that allowed me to help you back on the path to your destiny. Look, if you're ready to be free like Victoria, go to Amazon.com or Kindle. We're on Kindle. Put my name in, Dr. Cassandra Robinson, in the search bar. Get your copy of this book and let me guide you back to the path that leads you to your destiny, God's purposeful plan for your life. And for those of you who would like to talk to me one-on-one, because I'm reading what you're writing me. I'm getting the request. Listen, if you live within the 50 United States of America, America only, I am licensed nationwide, and I'm rearranging my schedule to take new patients beginning in April. And at the beginning of April, you can just go to my patient website, destinyroadwarrior.com. Wait till April though. It's not up yet. Amen. So, until we speak again, you know what I always tell you. What do I want you to do, everybody? Inhale spirit, exhale self. Dive deep and fly high. This is Dr. Cassandra Robinson, CEO of Destiny Road Warrior Incorporated, and I am absolutely loving you to new life. Amen. Amen. And thank you, and God bless you, Victoria. And I wish you all the success and happiness and joy and peace and sweet sleep and just a settling in knowing who you are in God as you travel down the road to your destiny. Amen.